Show yo. Show yo. Show yo. Yo, it's POS with Pat and Bobby. News so wild it's never sloppy. Talk the truth, don't make it snobby. Who's the POS? We getting choppy. POS show yo. Show yo. Show yo.
Happy Friday, everybody. It's me alone. Bobby got a last-second gig in Pennsylvania and had to travel, so it's me, just all by myself. So I guess I won't get bothered by anyone today, but no, we miss Bobby. And it'll be a weird but shorter show without him, but good luck to him at his show tonight. First of all, I want to thank the people at Star 99.9 for yesterday. I got a chance to go on their show. For people that don't know, Connecticut and the New York area, they play it there too. It's like a pop music station. And in the afternoon, they have like this lighthearted, family-friendly afternoon show. But I want to promote my special next week in every area I can. So I did that show. And they were like, yeah, we'll do something like up your alley. We have a viral video and you can comment on it. But I'm like, I don't think you guys are going to like me to comment the way I comment on here. I don't think you're going to want Chinese voice on Star 99.9. But it was a lot of fun. We spent an hour on there. Reached out to some people, so I want to really thank Kevin and Jenna for letting me be on and be part of that show yesterday. That was a lot of fun. I'll be doing another radio promotion next week, Tuesday morning. If you're in the Western Mass or Hartford, Connecticut areas, I will be on Rock 102, Bax and Nagel. I'll be joining them, and I want to say congratulations to my good buddy Steve Nagel. It's one of the first comics I met when I first started, and he was headlining at Comics Roadhouse for his first time last night, and I was doing the 10 o'clock show, so I got to watch him perform and headline, and it was pretty cool that he got a chance to do that. And on the following week, we're two guys that started about the same time, a long time back, and to be back-to-back at a club that I love, and a real respected club, is pretty cool. So really excited about that. Very excited about next week as well, and the this special. And I've really been working on it and really happy with the material and the way it's coming along. And I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. So we'd love to have you there. Bobby will be there. Bobby's opening for me. So you guys know if you come to the show, Bobby will be doing about 15 minutes each show, and I'll be doing about an hour each show. One show Thursday, one show Friday, and 2 Saturday. Hey, Carl's Frost Tips going on, and 2 on Saturday. Get your tickets. There's still tickets available at Comics Roadhouse, Comics with X, Roadhouse.com. It's at Mohegan Sun, so you can get a room, hang out, whatever. We'll be there the whole weekend, so please come chill with us. Very excited about all that. Last night I said I went and watched fun comedy show with my buddy Steve Nagel and my other buddy Marty Caproni, both on the show there. And then I did my show, and there was a guy on the show, Bringer, that calls himself like the Mad Chef, and he puts on like 4 different hats during this 5-minute set. He keeps changing like weird Panama Jack type hats, but no chef hats. And it's like, well, if you're gonna be the mad fucking chef, and he seems mad, but not mad like mad like lunatic. Like he should be lunatic chef. But anyway, he was nuts and he just yelled crazy shit. He was talking about like kicking a baby. I don't really know much about baby kicking, but that was kind of his act. It was different. It was a night. It was whatever it was. I've got a show tonight in Derby with my good friends Travis Steele and AJ from the Chaz and AJ radio show. So if you're in the Derby area or anywhere in like the New Haven area in Connecticut, come on down to Derby. Tickets are only $20. There's some tickets available, and come on down to Twisted Vine and see a show tonight. I'll also be on 99.1 PLR tomorrow from 3 to 7 doing my regular radio gig thing there. So, and if you have not yet checked out, if you're a patron on the Patreon, have you not checked out Thursday Thoughts? It was a fun one. We did a deep dive into the story we did this week, the one about Donald Trump saying that Kamala Harris just became black, and we're saying like what other people that he call out, not just politicians, that used to be one thing or something else. And obviously Caitlyn Jenner, but then there's a bunch of other fun ones we went by. So if you want to have some laughs and check that out, go over to the Patreon, check that out. What's up, Ed's Funhouse? Go check that out and have some fun with that. If you haven't joined yet, it's only $3 a month, and you support the show. We really enjoy it. Appreciate that. But if you guys could right now like and subscribe and all that stuff here, that really helps us. We're so close to being monetized. It's not even fucking funny, and it's great there. So short one today. I did invite some guests. Nobody can really make it. That's the hard thing about doing a 3:30 in the afternoon show. She isn't black. She's black when it's convenient. Yeah, and she's also Indian when she's convenient. And she's also like a female when she's convenient. Because sometimes she's like, I'm tough like the boys. And She's everything for convenience, but there's nothing convenient about her. But part of her can run a convenience store, so that's pretty good. And what part of her can rob the convenience store that she owns. So there you go. She's a conundrum and a riddle all wrapped in one. So close. But we're gonna do a quick one today. It'll be fun. I was hoping to have some guests, but like I'd rather just bang it through because I got a show to do and everything like that anyway. So to get into that right away. Our first story. I was delighted to receive a wedding invitation. Then the couple asked for my debit card number. Whoa. Wait, cover charge at weddings are a thing now? Waka waka. One allegedly brazen bride-to-be left tongues wagging in a nonplussed nuptial invitee shared the news that they've been asked for their debit card details during the invasive online RSVP process. The ridiculous request went viral after the grossed out guest, why was she grossed out, sought help better understanding the situation by posting the popular mommy message board mumsnet.com. So I guess that's English. It's fucking mums and shit. Are we just totally out of touch with current wedding invitation protocol? Is this a thing now? The woman confessed she'd been delighted to receive the wedding invitation from a friend of the family, but her joy turned to confusion when she was asked to scan a QR code on the invite to proceed with the RSVP. The scan called for an online form for guests to fill out. At first, the information request seemed harmless enough. Name, address, email. Then things took a turn toward the more invasive. I think it's kind of dramatic with the shit. The site asked us to enter our debit card details, and we can't move on without doing that. Without inputting the sensitive financial information, she could not proceed with the RSVP. This feels like a really odd thing to ask your wedding guests. To top it off, guests were allegedly informed that they have 7 days to review the wedding website details, after which a monthly fee will be charged. Fellow moms reacted quickly to the situation. Fellow mom, I'm confused. Why do you need your card details? I've never heard this before, some fucking lady said. Yeah, that sounds insane, confessed another stupid bitch. Not a chance in hell, I'd give mine. This sounds like, they've messed up whatever online service they're using. I would just let them know, commented some dumb hoe. In a follow-up post, the OP revealed that the bank information form was not a mistake. It isn't a mistake. Guests do have to input card details in order to accept the client invitations, give menu choices, etc. Another online spectator speculated that the couple implemented the odd ask to deter unwanted guests from attending. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it this couple for putting a debit card thing on there? I don't think it's a bad idea. Listen, I mean, you get invited to a wedding. A wedding's very expensive. Let's see if you're gonna. They're not saying they're taking your money, but why not put out a payment? Say like, hey, it's like when you go. Okay, you know when you stay in a hotel room and you got to put down the card. They don't charge the card, but if you fuck up the room, they can charge the card. People get fucked up at weddings more than anywhere else. What's up, Kish? What's going on, man? What's up, Rock Diva? Everybody's doing good. Yeah. So when you go to a wedding, I mean, I think more people fuck up weddings and halls and stuff like that than they do hotel rooms. Besides rock bands. So why not put down a fucking card to cover your shit? If you get nuts, you get crazy, you eat extra cake, you do whatever, or you don't leave a gift. You know what? It's kind of fucked up. A lot of people do that. They go like, I'll just skate through and not leave a gift. If they notice you didn't get a gift, boom, they hit you up for like $100. Why the fuck not? And is it the people that are complaining about it? Just ask the question. Instead of going online and fucking whining and bitching and moaning about it, message them. That story should be, hey, there's a debit card. And you message them and go, hey, I was just wondering, what's the reason for the debit card? I'm not complaining, just wondering. They'd probably tell them why, and then they can go yay or nay if they want to go to the wedding. Simple as that. Is it mums.net? A bunch of dumb moms. Why do moms have any say in this shit? What do moms... Your moms, the last time they had a good time was their wedding. They fucking, all they care about is that shit. They're going to be like, yeah, my wedding wasn't like that, because that was the last time they were important. Because then once they got coming, they just became a mom, and they weren't themselves. They're not Allison anymore with big tits who looks the best day ever on her wedding. Now she's just some fucking mom. Is it fucking mums? Or is it just weddings in general? It's stupid. Why are we celebrating? If two people want to get together, let them elope and then have a big party later on at any time when they're ready for it and their friends want to hang out. Not, why are we dressing up like we're fucking princesses and fucking, kings and shit? It's stupid. Who's the piece of shit in this story? I feel the piece of shit in this story is, without a shadow of a doubt, the woman who's bitching and complaining. Listen, people have destination weddings that make you spend a ton of money. You don't question that. You either go or you don't go. They're like, hey, everybody, we're having a wedding, but it's in fucking Ireland, and you all have to fly there. You all got to pay for this and that, whatever. And they're like, oh, it's a great experience. But if someone's like, hey, can you just put your card down? Well, that's fucking outrageous. Well, they're asking you to pay a ton of money to go to the other thing. Don't bitch and moan. If you're going to their wedding, you should know them. If you're a friend of the family, then you should be able to ask what's going on. Or if you're a friend of the family, you know other people that got invited. So just ask them. But to go online and bitch and complain and moan, you're just being an asshole. And now, I hope that when you get married, everyone's like, fuck you, we're not going to your thing because you're a questioning bitch. That's the piece of shit in that story. And just marriage in general. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but it's become a legality thing when it's really supposed to be a religious thing. Which one is it? Is it a ceremony or is it a fucking legal thing? Which one it should be? I don't give a fuck. I think only gays should get married anyway because they love fancy shit, fucking pageantry and big old cakes and fucking dancing and shit. That's for. Straight people should just fuck. That night they should just be allowed to fuck a whole bunch because sometimes they can't. But especially most people get married now because they have kids anyway. So just somebody babysit the kids, let them fuck, and then just go to their day. And then everyone just give them like money. Here's some money. Don't fucking be poor. Here you go. That should be weddings. That's it. Yeah, it's weird without Bobby now going, here's a cartoon. Yeah, we're not going to have any cartoon. But hey, by the way, if you guys can let me know in the comments, and I'm being all serious with this, do you guys like Bobby's videos he's been doing this week with songs and music and stuff? He's putting a lot of work into it, but is it something you think fits the show? Does it deter the momentum of the show? Does it help the show? We've both been battling back and forth with that, both in a good way. I like that he's fucking adding shit like that, and I really do enjoy it. But I wonder what you guys think. Is it harder to focus on the story when it's a song or there's a voiceover thing or the cartoons that he puts on? Or do you like the back and forth banter? Which ones do you like? Are you enjoying it? And don't worry, Bobby wants the feedback too. So you don't have to be like, well, I don't want to hurt Bobby's feelings. Bobby's going to see this and I'm going to tell him about it. You're doing this as a brainstorm thing. Bobby's good. Takes time to build a brand. I'm not worried about him building the brand. The brand is me. It's the Pat Oates Show. I'm talking more about the video thing that he's been doing in there. But, yeah, I appreciate that. Simone Biles, the black gymnast lady, she declares, I love my black job after winning gold in a parent swipe at Trump. Trump, the other day, was talking about black jobs, and everyone's like, what does that mean? He's like, any job's a black job. It was weird that he said black jobs. So Olympic superstar Simone Biles proclaimed, I love my black job Friday after winning her second gold medal in Paris, an apparent dig at former President Donald Trump. The 27-year-old gymnast legend, she's a legend now, made the celebratory comment after the former commander-in-chief was asked at a black journalist conference this week about a previous reference he made the black jobs. During the CNN debate with President Biden in June, Trump slammed Biden's immigration policy for taking black jobs, sparking criticism about what exactly a black job might be. The fact is that his big kill on the black people is that millions of people that he's allowed to come through the border. They're taking black jobs now. Trump said of illegal immigrants during the debate on June 27th. They're taking black jobs and they're taking Hispanic jobs. You haven't seen it, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst in our history. On Wednesday, he was asked by reporters at National Association for Black Journalists conference to define the term. A black job is anybody that has a job, Trump said. Biles made the comment while retweeting a post by singer-songwriter Ricky Davila, which snarkily declared, Simone Biles being the GOAT, winning gold medals and dominating gymnastics is her black job. Six-time gold medalist added, I love my black job, to the retweet, which featured a photo of her flashing a goat necklace. Too many goats. Biles won her second gold medal in the 2024 Olympics with an individual all-around gymnastics win Thursday after overcoming an early error on bars. Trump also caught heat for claiming Vice President Kamala Harris turned black at the conference. We talked about that on our Thursday Thoughts show on the Patreon. I've known her a very long time and not directly very much. She was always of Indian heritage and she only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, Trump said. And now she wants to be known as black, so I don't know. Is she Indian or is she black? But you know what? I respect either one. But she obviously doesn't. He added, she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn. She became a black person. I think somebody should look into that. The vice president's father is black and from Jamaica, and her mother was born in India. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it the Simone Biles for taking an Olympic moment? Everyone's talking about you're a legend, you're the greatest of all times, and you're a wonderful and amazing athlete. And then she's like, well, let me go take a shot at something. You're great at gymnastics. I don't give a fuck about your take on Trump. I don't want Trump's take on gymnastics either. So it's like, why can't you just do your thing? And, I mean, Simone Biles saying, my black job. You don't get paid. It's not a job. It's a hobby. You're really good at it. You're an amateur athlete. Yes, they get sponsors now and all that shit, and pros can be in it. What the fuck's a pro gymnast make? Anybody here ever go to the pro gym meet down the street from their house or at the arena? No, because you don't fucking give a fuck. They happen, but you don't go to that. You go to karate tournaments? No, nobody goes to dumb shit like that. You go to basketball, baseball, and shit like that. So, like, to say it's my job, that's not a job. Isn't it Trump? Because every time he's speaking now, people that want to be on the other side have to, like, jump at it, and sometimes he'll say some shit that can be questionable by saying black jobs. And what he meant by black jobs is poor people jobs. I mean, obviously what he meant, which is, like, weird because, like, white people have those jobs too. But he's saying that's what happens. When immigrants come over illegally, they don't get doctor jobs. They get the fucking shit jobs, and they'll take it at less pay. And those are paid jobs that historically go to minorities. Now they also go to the low class, the working class, the lower class of people. And Trump is calling that black and Hispanic. I mean, in a lot of parts of this country, it is white people too, but that's what he means by it. And it's not wrong. It's not worded the greatest of all times, but he's not wrong. When immigrants do come over, the jobs they get are the jobs that would go to people that are at the lower level, that are poor, that are the minority, that are not in the higher class. So they are taking that. That's what he's saying. Now, a gymnast job, that's not it. You have to have a lot of money to fucking be an elite gymnast. That is not a black job. And I'm not saying that black people can't do it. I'm just saying in his quote in terms, a black job would be a job that you could get at a low level and make not much money. They have to pay millions of dollars throughout years and years of training to be considered at that level, to be in the Olympics. It's like if you ever had kids who are playing travel sports, there's a lot of money involved when they want to start getting good. Your kids even playing AAU basketball. Now, those guys don't get a lot of money because there's people that will pay that stuff and sponsor it to get them to go to the right college and things, but a ton of money's involved. So, yeah, people from Queens never say things right. You're right, Terry. And also people from New York don't say things correctly. And also, that's the charm of Trump. He's not saying things correctly or incorrectly. He's just blurting out shit. He's not wrong, but things will come back. But, like, so what? You kind of proving him right. You're saying if Trump is backtracked and said black jobs are any job you can have, and then she goes, this is a black job, and that's an Olympic athlete, the legend, the GOAT, as they're calling her, then I guess it's a good thing. So you know what? She flipped into, maybe without meaning to, she flipped into a good thing. Is it anyone that turns it this way? Like the guy on Twitter who wrote the thing, whoever, Ricky, where the fuck he is, some singer-songwriter I can give a shit about. Him saying right away, oh, black people job. Why are we focused on this all the time? Why is politics our constant focus? I mean, there's so many things that, if you're watching the Olympics, it's supposed to be an escape from the other things in our lives. The combined together is just stupid. I don't care about either one of their opinions. She's not the GOAT to me. Like, first of all, can we stop? Is a piece of shit anybody who just calls everything the GOAT? The GOAT means the greatest of all times. You can't have more than one greatest of all time in a thing. So she's the GOAT, and you can't call anyone else the GOAT. You can't call Jordan the GOAT, and Kevin Garnett the GOAT, and fucking Kobe Bryant the GOAT, LeBron James the GOAT. They can't all be the GOATs. Fucking, there's not a lot of GOATs. It's like there's one fucking GOAT. There's one greatest, not the several greatest. It's a GOAT. Several greats of all times. It's a GOAT. I don't think she's the fucking GOAT. How about that bitch? What was her name? Man, I broke my leg. Was it Carrie Strong or Mary Lou Retton or any of those like short-haired doofballs? There's always been ones that were better than her, right? I don't know. Maybe she's the greatest black American gymnast. Is she the greatest of all times? Didn't they? Remember back in the day in the '80s, we had all those, Komamichi, whatever the fuck they were. Like there was always those European ones that would flip around and look all strong and stuff. I don't think she's the best. Con Job, written by Crystal Wright. She wrote about black jobs. Yeah. Black jobs. Anybody can have any job. It was just a thing set. It's all it fucking was. But who's the piece of shit? To me, the piece of shit in the story is Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, because Trump had to go answer like what she is because she fucking flip-flops all the time. Trump was put in a spot where he had to say something. He didn't have to say something, but he said something. And then he says dumb shit, and now everybody focuses on that. But what about her? Why aren't they focusing on that? Why aren't they focusing on, hey, why do you get the flip-flop what you are? Why haven't you said the whole time, I'm a proud African-American, but I'm all, or Jamaican-American, I guess, right? What do you call it? Is it called Jamaican-American? I'm a proud Jamaican-American and proud Indian-American. But that should be the main thing. Like, she should be like, yes, I have heritage on either side, but I'm an American. Why isn't that the focus? Why do we always have to focus on the race from somewhere else? But we're America. We're the greatest country in the world. She's trying to be president of it. Why would you claim other things? I'm black, so relate to me. I'm Indian. How about this? I'm a lot of things. I'm a mutt, like most of us, because our ancestors came from all over the place and they all fucked each other when they got here. That's what you should be focusing on, not that shit. The Olympics should be about everyone coming together anyway, like literally coming together. A Jamaican fucking Indian. I've never heard of that. Have you ever heard of that? That sounds like a joke. A Jamaican Indian walking to a bar, and then they made the president of the United States with their jizz. That's kind of crazy. So the main piece of shit's Kamala, because every time she does stuff, it makes Trump trip up and shit. I don't know. We got here and we look at over here. Fun little things. Kamala wants to give, where's Ed's Funhouse doing a thing here? Kamala wants to give illegals free health care. She stated it in the record, but poor people don't get them. Yeah, they all state that all the time. We want to make sure everybody gets free health care and everybody gets this. And it's easier to say than do all the time. And then what people? Just the illegals? Or do we get the illegals? And then once they become legal, though, do they take their health care? That's my question. It's like, are they just getting it to be temporary? Then when we make them legal, does the healthcare go away like everyone else who doesn't get to get it? How does that work? Jamaican, Asian, American. Oh, she's Asian too. Oh, yeah, because Indian's Asian. Yeah, I forget. Because when I think Asian, I always think, oh, hello. I don't think, oh, no. So it's like, it's a bunch of stuff. Yeah, the goat thing is super watered down. Stuttering John is the goat. He's the grossest of all times. That's exactly what he is. If you watch the shit falling out of his face and it's going on, he is the grossest of all times. But what's the joke? What we got? Black guy walks to a bar with a parrot on his shoulder. Bartender says, "Where'd you get that?" Parrot says, "Africa. They're everywhere." Jesus Christ! All right, thank you, Terry. Maybe I should read through first before I go there. Terry, thanks Obama. We're all in that way. So please like and subscribe. If you could, that would be wonderful. Bobby and I will be at Comics Roadhouse next week, and Thursday the 8th, Friday the 9th, and Saturday the 10th. One show Thursday, one show Friday, two shows Saturday, and we will be recording my next album. A lot of fun jokes. There is a Stuttering John bit in there, so if you want to go and hear that when you can, come hang out with us. We'd love you to be there. And we'll be, once it's over and then we start getting the process of editing, moving around, we'll be hitting you guys up and letting you know about the pre-orders and all that stuff, where it'll be debuting and all those things. I'm very excited about it. You get to see me and Bobby perform. So if you haven't met me and Bobby together, we'd love you to be there. We are definitely going to be doing some kind of recording for the podcast, at least on Friday. Sometime during the day, we're going to be recording that. And if you guys are around and you're there, we'd love you to be part of it too. You can sit in and just be an audience, or you can be on the show, whatever you want to do. We'll do it like if you watch the shows we did when we were in Hartford, for those brouhaha shows where Bobby and I had the big camera and we spread out. We'll probably have some other guests and stuff. I got a lot of friends at the casino we can have on there. Indians used to be called British West Indians. I think everybody used to be called something different at one point. I mean, retards used to be called like Mongoloids. That was a fun one. I like Mongoloids. You come in the Philly area. Bobby and I are working on that. We want to get a lot of Pennsylvania stuff going on. Yeah, he's got that farther away, but we're working on some of that stuff too. That'll be probably somewhere in 2025 that we're going to try to launch a little fun tour thing. So if you know of any clubs or places or little spots that we can go hit up, and we'll let some people that aren't known to the area to come on out, let us know and we'll hit them up. So we'd appreciate that. I'm sure you've all heard about the boxer in the Olympics that's kind of a man, but I guess not really a man, anything like that. Well, Hungary outraged as boxers set to face Iman Khelif in Olympic gender controversy. The Hungarian Boxing Association says it's sending letters of protest to both the IOC and Hungary's Olympic Committee over Anna Luka Hamari's quarterfinal matchup with Iman Khelif of Algeria in women's boxing at the Paris Olympics. Hamari still will accept her fight on Saturday against Khelif. according to MTI, Hungary's state news agency. MTI was told of the association's plan Friday by Lajos Burko, a member of the association's executive board. The association also is investigating the possibility of legally changing Kello's presence. I am very sad that there's a scandal and that we have to talk about a topic that is not compatible with sport. This is unacceptable and outrageous. The Boxing Association plans to express our indignation in a request for the IOC reconsider its decision, which allowed a competitor into the IOC competition system, which was previously banned from the International Boxing Association's World Championships. Kelloff and fellow boxer Lin Yuting of Chinese Taipei were disqualified in 2023 World Championships after they had already competed. The IBA ruled that Kelloff and Lin had failed unspecified gender eligibility tests but provided no documentation. Both fighters have competed in IBA events for several years. Harmony is Hungary's first women's boxer at the Olympics, and she expressed no qualms about fighting Kelloff immediately after she earned her quarterfinal berth into the 66-kilogram division by trouncing Australia's Marissa Williamson-Pullman. I'm not scared, Harmony said. I don't care about the press story and the social media. She should be scared. She's fighting a dude. Kelloff's first opponent at Paris, Angela Carini of Italy, quit their bout after 46 seconds. It was her choice, Harmony said to Carini. I don't understand because I thought every boxer's mind is the same like mine, to never give up, but it was her choice. We don't know what the reason was. It's her life, but I know I want to do this in my own life. Her tearful reaction to abandoning the fight made international headlines, and Carini received a visit from Italian Premier Giorgia Meloni. Why did she quit? Because she was being beaten up by a man. This, from my point of view, was not an equal competition, Meloni said Thursday while in Paris, where she consoled Carini after she ended the match. On Friday, Meloni met with IOC President Thomas Bach, and both agreed that the Italian government and IOC would remain in contact to evaluate how to confront the issue in the future. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it the IOC and everything like that for treating this like, because it's not a transition, it's not somebody identifying, it's a genetic thing, and I understand that. And people are going to say, but bad, she is a woman, she was born a woman, but she's got some genetic things that also give her, attributes of a man. Well, then you're not a woman, and you're not a man. I think they used to call that a hermaphrodite back in the day. Maybe not the sections, but you're something else. And this is women's boxing. And I appreciate that you trained hard and you want to be part of this boxing thing, but it's not for you, because you should have to fight people at your level. Now, if you fight men, maybe you get your ass kicked, and I understand that. But that's the same as you kicking this other woman's ass who trained her 46 Olympic boxer, someone who trained to become the best of their country to box at a level and a weight, had to quit in 46. Think about that with the fucking things on. It's not like regular boxing where they got no helmet on. They got fucking helmets on and bigger padded gloves, and she's getting beaten so much she has to quit in tears. That's not what competition's about. Is it this woman for being allowed to do that? Is it the other lady for quitting and saying, and I couldn't take it anymore? You're supposed to be tough. You can be tough. You don't have to be stupid. You're going to end your life fighting a guy. You can say it's not a guy, but inside there's strength and shit. You look at the difference. She looks like Colin Kaepernick. She's a big, scary fella, and the other one was a girl. Is it the countries that are protesting this? It's like, hey, you should have protested this way before. The second they let anyone in that was told in the World Games, nope, you're disqualified, the Olympics should have also been like us too. This whole shit we're being accepting of everyone and we're all open to everything. It's getting ridiculous. This is supposed to be the highest caliber amateur athletes in the world at their thing. Someone works their whole life since they're like 6 years old to get to this certain point, and then they lose to someone who probably only been doing this for a couple of years because they just I can fight really strong if I fight women. Me too. Let me be on the Irish women's boxing thing. I'll put a wig on. I'll just beat the shit out of people. I'm 50. I'm pretty sure I can knock out a couple 22-year-old tiny Italian women. Probably not. They got spoons and shit. Is it them? Is the Olympics in general? Are we done? Is it over? Are you? Any of you watching the Olympics? Terry, are any of you guys watching the Olympics? It's like they're not. I should just get Anthony from Who's Right on. I love Anthony. He's great, but I don't think we're gonna have him on. But I've been on their show before, and it's a lot of fun. whatever you're born with is what you are, but it doesn't mean you're not a girl for boxing. And so it's like, that's not who you are. I get it. That's what you're born with, but it doesn't mean you get to box a woman in the Olympics. The Olympics are just stupid. We don't need it anymore. Every week, other countries are competing in different events and things like that. It's not like it's special anymore. It's not. To me, the piece of shit is a giant guy lady who's punching women. How do you even feel accomplished? You step into the ring and you're 2 feet tall. Doesn't that say something? You should be like, you should yourself have the fucking wherewithal and awareness to be like, this isn't fair. This isn't just. I shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be fighting them at all. And the fact that people are watching this, you're just supporting stupid ideas that we've got. Everyone's included, but not everyone's included. Because by including these people that shouldn't be in things, we're discluding the people that work very hard. There's somebody behind this giant man woman who trained very hard to be their boxer and does not get to be in the Olympics. And it's a woman. And she doesn't get to be in there because this fucking terrifying Brittany Griner from another country is going to jump in there and fucking punch women. How is that inclusive to everybody? How is any of this fair to real women? That's what the whole bottle with all this shit is. You can joke around with this, that, whatever. All this, it's not men going the other way. Men becoming ladies and doing shit. No, I mean, women becoming men and doing shit. It's this. It's the men becoming women and taking away women's shit. And women are supporting them, which I don't understand that vibe. It's one thing to support their choice to be something. If a lady wants to be a man or a man wants to be a lady, you go, you baby girl, whatever the fuck you do. But if you're going to compete, then it changes everything. It's physical. You're beating up women. That's not Olympics. That's bullshit. That's just trash. I don't know. It's fucking stupid. Why don't we celebrate anorexia? We did. I mean, that was a big thing when I was growing up in the 80s. Was like, yeah, like Kate Moss was hot. I still like a skinny lady. I don't want her to throw up the food I paid for because I'm like, oh, yeah, I just paid for that. I feel bad. But like, we don't celebrate it, but we sit there and go, oh, it's like, it's terrible. But then at the same time, we're like, it's because society's making them do that. Like, no one's making you throw up. No one's making you be fat. You're just doing your dumb shit. How about you just do what they used to do? And if you're a big old fatty or you threw up, you kept it quiet, you did your thing, you talked to a therapist. How about that? I don't know. We appreciate you guys watching today. Sorry it's a short one. I banged through my 3 stories. I got a lot of running around to do, but I really do appreciate it. Bobby will be back on Monday. Bobby, he didn't tell me where he's performing, so he's somewhere in Pennsylvania. So if you go follow Bobby on Twitter or whatever, go check him out, and you're in that area, you want to see where he's performing, he's got a show tonight, so go see what he's doing. And we'll be back on Monday at 3:30. If you have missed any of the shows, you can go back through our YouTube and go watch those. We're really close on our fucking hours to get monetized, so the more watching you do, the better. Terry, as always, thank you for everything you're doing with those hours. We do appreciate that. Like and subscribe if you can. Share these videos with people if you can as well. Let them know about the show and you enjoy it. Join the Patreon. Our last Thursday Thoughts from yesterday was a fun one, talking about Trump and who else he would call out. Like he called out Kamala saying she's not black. What other types of people would he call out and stuff? And besides that, we thank you guys very much for just always watching and supporting. For everybody that jumped in today, it's really cool that you guys are all here. Thank you so much. This weekend on Saturday, I'll be on 991 PLR from 3 to 7. So if you want to stream on their website, 991plr.com, you can hear me play music and talk from 3 to 7 o'clock. I have a show tonight in Derby, Connecticut. So if you're anywhere in the New Haven area or Fairfield County area, you want to drive down to Derby, Connecticut at Twisted Vine, myself, Travis Steele from Albany, New York's coming down. And then we got AJ from the Jazz and AJ show will be on that show too. And of course, most importantly, my album recording, my next special will be at Comics Roadhouse at Mohegan Sun Casino, August 8th, 9th, and 10th, all next weekend. So we'll be doing a podcast on Friday from the casino. But Bobby and I will be there. Bobby will be opening up for me and recording the thing as well. So you get to see Bobby perform. You get to see me perform. And we'd love to meet you guys and hang out with you and see you there. So thank you guys so much. Enjoy your wonderful weekend. And as Bobby would say, like, if you can't slap people, punch people or something like that, and don't be, most importantly, a piece